Okay, well that's us done our 2 days digging actually up on the Waggonway where it crosses the Battle of Prestonpans battle site. Some of the finds we've got here, we'll work back chronologically. The irony that we're digging on the Battle of Prestonpans battle site is one of our first finds was this quite late 19th century Victorian glass bottle made in Edinburgh, Henry's standard aerated water, and you can see it's actually got a little picture of a Jacobite on it. So it's a soda bottle, a lemonade bottle, something like that. Yeah, Victorian, but just quite nice to have a Jacobite on a bottle on Prestonpans battlefield. We don't have anything contemporary with the battle at all as far as we're aware, but we need to have this looked at. We've got the small copper alloy object. We don't know what it is. It's got a seam down one side. It's got a smaller slot end here and a groove across the bottom. It's just possible. A provisional ID is that it's a 18th century oil bottle, possibly for oiling flintlock musket mechanisms. That's a thought. We need to get a specialist to tell us yay or nay about that. But that's our only bit of sort of metal object we got today. Going back in time again slightly, we've got the 1722 Waggonway surface. In that surface, which ties in quite nicely with the 1730s, 1720s glassworks at Port Seton, we have glass slag. You can see there's two different types there. This nice dark shiny stuff and this almost pale blue stuff. This was embedded in the top of the round cobble surface that was between the Waggonway rails. So that's got to date from 1722, and that will hint at the earlier dates for Mackenzie Glassworks as well. So that's important stuff that will get looked at. We have this little bit of glass here. The jury's out on this. When it came up, it was thought possibly these are well secured deposits, so it's not modern, although it looks modern, but it's either part of the lens of a spectacle or it's the foot of a glass, a plate, the foot rim of a wine glass. So again, a glass specialist will tell us either or at that. Jumping back in time again, we have two possible objects here that potentially are prehistoric. We know this prehistoric activity at the south end of the field we've been working on. This is a bit of cannel coal, and this is carvable. They used to be able to make sort of jewellery and bangles and beads out of this in the Iron Age, so about 2,000 years ago, give or take. It's a bit of a flake. Fraser Hunter in the National Museum, after sending him a picture, says it's not impossible that that's what it is, but I'll take it up and show him, and he can, verify or shoot it down in flames. The other thing is this little fragment here. I think, but again, a proper pottery expert will tell us this. There's a lovely smooth inside surface there. The outside surface has gone. If it's what I'm thinking, it's a bit of black burnished pottery, either BB1 or BB2, and that would make it Roman. So again, a Roman pottery specialist will be able to tell us whether that's the case or whether it's something entirely fortuitous. Time will tell. The other finds we've got are the usual post-medieval modern deposits. We have clay pipes, more clay pipes up there than we found on our digs down at the harbour. We've got glass, china, iron, and remarkably somebody has lost somewhere down that trackway quite a nice pair of iron scissors at some stage. Again, they've got some date to them. They're possibly early 19th century as well, if not slightly older. So that's our finds for the moment. The interesting stuff we have, which we've been sitting trying to work out at the moment, what we think is going on in 1722, we have the 1722 Waggonway here. That's the wooden rails. It's ram-packed with cobbles in between them, and then there's a deposit of coal-rich material in between them. That would be the surface the horse walked on. To the east, we know there's a ditch, possibly with a small bank, and to the west of that, we have a cart track. We know it's a cart track because we've got the wheel ruts running down parallel with the Waggonway. There may be another ditch on the other side. We don't have that evidence. We don't know. So that's 1722. That's probably the Waggonway that the Battle of Preston Pans was fought over in 1745. So it wasn't just fought over a Waggonway, it was fought over a cart track that ran beside it as well. In 1815, we've got absolutely no evidence for the 1815 Waggonway at all. What we have is two low, wide walls, and then a build-up of material and a dump of clay that butts both walls. So what we're thinking is you've got a stone revetted embankment with deposits over the top, coal, etc., that we've unfortunately lost, and the iron railway was set in the top of that, either centrally or to one side, like the early Waggonway. Unfortunately, all these upper deposits have been scoured away, and then they've put later walls on top and made it a pathway. So we got evidence for 1722, unfortunately no evidence for 1815.